Love is in the air, everywhere I look around.
Into it. Today, we are talking about supporting your man or your woman. And what do we mean? Supporting their hopes, their dreams, their aspirations, seeing their goals as important to you as they are to them. Because when you are in a relationship, a partnership, we should be able to support each other. We should be able to lean on each other. This is the whole point. This is why you have found a pair to cleave onto. Not so that you two can just be floating solo in this world. No, that you can support each other, grow with each other, and lean on each other as you go along. And let me just say this. If you don't support the hopes and dreams, or the aspirations or the goals of your man or your woman, you should not be with that person. If you don't believe in what they're trying to attain in this world, you should not be with them. Because the thing is, if you don't support us, you don't believe in our talent, you don't believe in what we're working on, then you shouldn't be with us. You are holding us back. You are actually a block towards our success, because my man doesn't believe in me. So then how do I expect other people to believe in me? And as I grow into the heights of my career or whatever I'm looking to do, my man will just be dead weight, dragging along because he's like, oh, here she is with this nonsense again, right? So we need to avoid that, guys. And you should seek someone whose hopes and dreams you actually do believe in. There's nothing wrong with that. For instance, you love your man, or you say you love your man, and he wants to be a civil engineer, but you're annoyed by that because you're thinking, like, what are really your prospects when you come out of school? And like, who's supposed to support you for this whole long time that you're going to be in school for? And then what job are you going to get? And what money are you really going to make? You're thinking about that. But he really wants to be a civil engineer. It's what he dreamt about being. It's what he hopes to be. And you don't like that. This is not your man, ladies. This is not the guy for you. Give him a chance to go and find somebody else who loves the fact that he wants to be a civil engineer and wants to work on that with him. Sometimes you find that somebody's goal is ridiculous. Like, for instance, you met a man as an accountant and all of a sudden he wants to up and join clown school, or he wants to be a professional Santa Claus. I mean, even I would find that to be, come on, like, are you serious? But if they are serious and it's what they want to do, you owe it to them to support them in that, right? Like, regardless, you should show them that their hopes and aspirations are important. Like, for example, my husband is a very ambitious person, as am I, but our work styles are very different. Like, where we currently are based is part of his ambitions and his goals. Like, in order for him to reach the heights that he wants to be at, we needed to move, right? I was not too pleased with this. Like, it is not a move I wanted to make. It wasn't a move that I personally saw any value in. But what I did see value in was him attaining his goals and him reaching his dreams. And because I love him and I believe in him, I believe in the man that he is, I was happy to go along, regardless of whether I felt I was getting something out of it or not. And at the end of the day, I am getting something out of it, because if my man is winning, then guess who else is winning? Me. Right? So, and then in end, he supports me in whatever my dreams and aspirations are. Shout out to my husband that I know is watching this show, because he is my biggest fan. Hey, boo. Because he supports me 100% in what I am doing. He believes in me. He believes in my talent. Sometimes even if I'm having a down day where I'm like, I don't know, honey, if I could really do this, if I can really accomplish this, or this is too much work, he will be there to pull me up and say, don't worry, hun, you have the talent, you have the wherewithal, you know what you're doing, and you're awesome at it. And sometimes your partner just needs that little boost from you. They just need a little push from you. So here we're going to talk about ways that you can support your partner. Like, I mean, if your man is like David Blaine or something, like a magician, and he's looking to rock the world in Las Vegas by having his own show, maybe, and you're scared of being his assistant, or you're not into magic, maybe you feel like there's no way I can support him, Taj. What am I supposed to do? Like, I just tell him good luck and watch him do his thing. Wrong. There are many ways we can support our partner, whether we understand their industry or not, whether their goals or their aspirations are something we are familiar with or not, we can still support. For example, maybe you can just make sure they have snacks when they leave the house. Even that little gesture is a sign of support, right? Or maybe you can be the one who wakes them up on time. That is a way that you can be supporting your partner. What else? You can ensure that they're timely. You can ensure that they have the supplies that they want. Like I like to do that for my man, make sure he has the supplies he needs for his job that I know he doesn't have the time to go out looking for to go and buy. Another way you can support your partner, doing research for them. Like, you know that your man wants to be a BMX biker. You start looking into that. How can he attain those goals? What does he have to do to become a biker? What does that entail? And then you can present him with the information like, honey, look, this is what I did some research on and this is what I found out, right? So that's another way you can support your partner. Blasting them on social media. Like maybe you don't really have anything to do with their industry or what they are working on, but you can show your support by tagging them, making posts about them, writing about them on Facebook. Always remember to promote your partner's business or industry because you should always be their biggest fan. And it should be clear to everybody else around them, in and around them, that you are. Okay? So, make little flyers for them. Tell other people, use word of mouth to support your partner. Tell other people about what they're doing. Tell them about what their aspirations are. Another way you can, if they're studying, if your partner is currently in school, you can help facilitate their studies. So you try to keep it down when you can, keep it quiet if you can, draw them some nice bats, help them study. Like, don't just sit there staring at them, being useless. Pick up a book and ask them some questions, and always ask the question, how can I be of assistance to you? And genuinely mean it. Sometimes we go and we ask, oh, can I help? But we don't really mean, can I help? Like we're really hoping, oh, please say no, please say no. Don't do that. Like really genuinely, I want to be of assistance to you. I want to be your support. I want to rock your world. And how best can I do that? Because we should all be, if we love someone and you're with them and they have graced you by being with you, your goal is that this person should not want to live without me. Like they should see me as their full partner and helpmeet in this life. That is your goal, guys. So if your woman leaves you, gentlemen, she should feel like she fell from heaven, right? And ladies, if your man leaves you, he should feel like tomorrow itself is his funeral, right? It should never be like, oh, great. Now let me find somebody who truly will support me in my dreams and aspirations, right? And you don't have to necessarily have an interest in what your partner is doing in order for you to support them. And you could just be there just to be there. That alone means a lot to some people. Like your partner plays sports, there is no reason why you shouldn't be at any of the games. How come? Because of what? What are you doing? And even if you're a busy person, make time. Because what I find a lot, we say we're busy, we had no time. But what we really mean is, it was not a priority to us. So I challenge each and every one of us moving forward. When you have something important that you need to do in your life, then you would say, oh, I'm too busy for this. So I'm too busy to do this. Like whether it be working out, whether it be spending time with your children, whether it be supporting your partner's dreams, and you're like, oh, I'm too busy. Change your language and say, it is not a priority of mine right now, and see how many things in your life change. Yeah, because then you hold yourself accountable for what you're doing. You then say, it is not a priority of mine to help my partner with the event they have today, instead of I'm too busy. Then you start thinking, oh my goodness, if this is not a priority of mine, well, what really is a priority of mine, right? And wording, language really helps us get things along differently. It really helps us understand ourselves better. So when you hear the bell, because you know me, I like to shake it up and keep it interesting. We're talking, but now it's time for me to break into something else. When you hear the bell, that it is time for the match of the week. So let us get right into it. Shall I start with men or shall I start with ladies? I tried to do eeny, meeny, miny, mo before, but I do have a peanut gallery. So let me hear that bell. So when you hear that, guys, that means match of the week. And the bell is very excited today. So much so, more excited than me to announce the match of the weekend. That's all right. So shall we start with men or shall we start with women? What do we do? Men, I don't know. This peanut gallery is always saying men, but it's okay. We'll start with men anyway. So this week's match of the week, and I want to shout out to him. Hello, Leon. I know that you're watching, and I am so proud of you for all the strides that you have made ever since being my client. And hopefully your lucky lady is listening right now, okay? So let's get right into it. The match of the week today. His name is Leon. And he is happy and willing to show his picture. So if you want to see who he is, then you need to follow us on our social media accounts on Twitter at Love Connect TV. Also on Instagram at The Love Connection Show. And after the show, I will be posting 2 pictures of his for your enjoyment. But only after the show, because did you guys think I was going to let you guys turn off from my picture, from my video to go on your social media? Nah. You got to stay tuned to Taj for the entire hour that I have you. And then after, you can go check out Leon's photo. So anyhow, he is a 46-year-old male, and he is from King City, Ontario. He raises horses for a living and has a very large horse farm. Ring for ladies who love that sort of thing. He has 2 adult children who are both married and living their own lives. He wants that underlined, point blank, full stop, that you know that. He lives alone and he does have a farmhand and his girlfriend who live in a guest house on the property. And you must be okay with that. So he trusts this guest hand, and he also trusts his girlfriend in Pleckabee, and he expects you to be okay with that. What do I mean? What do we mean? Okay. There's a very nice, fancy, beautiful guest house on his property. Shout out Leon. And you are going to have to be okay with 2 strangers who are strangers to you living there on a full-time permanent basis. So you might see the guest house and think this is great for my mom, or my 2 sisters can come here and we could play parties all night long and be turning up to cartel music in the nighttime together. No, you can't do that with Leon's guest house. It belongs to his hand and his girlfriend, okay? He is a Caucasian and he's seeking any race. He's open to all races and types. I will say this, though. He listens to a lot of Teddy Pendergrass and Beres Hammond and a whole lot of country. He's open to all races, but if you're like a funky white girl, you're pretty cool and you're down, this is your man. But also, if you're an ethnic woman, but you're not really ethnic, this is also your man too as well. So he likes updated stuff. He wants people to know that. So he has an Instagram account. If you're good when you message me, I may possibly give it to you. He is tall and blonde with blue eyes. Very tall ladies, like 6'4". And he loves horses, needless to say. And he rides still, so you can't be afraid of horses. I know a lot of women are. So if you are, this is not your man. And if you don't ride, he could be your man, but you have to be willing to learn. He currently still works on his farm, even though he does not need to. And he wants somebody who's okay with that. So he's still boiling hay. He's still shearing horses. He's still doing cuts. He's still doing shoes, all of that. And he enjoys doing it. And he wants somebody to help him with that. He is divorced for the past 6 years and has nothing to do with his ex. He wants you to know that. Hates her with a passion. He says that this should be clear because he has been very hurt by her, and he wants his future soulmate to know that his heart is very guarded. It's in a glass case, and he wants you to treat it kindly, okay? He's shy at first. Very shy. So take some time to open up. But when he does, he seeks adventure. He likes to boogie down. He goes clubbing, guys. Yeah. He goes partying. He goes to parties. He goes to events. He likes to travel, or he wants to start traveling now. He is not too organized. So, and he doesn't mind it if you are not, like, he doesn't mind if you are organized, but don't be enough. Like, meaning, don't come now to the man's house and being like, this needs to move here, that needs to move here, this, that. No, because he's already set in his ways. He needs a woman who is also set in her ways, who's not looking to change a man. You understand what I mean, girls? So, if you feel like, yeah, then give me a shout. He also likes to host. So he wants a woman who is going to invite friends over. You guys are going to have parties on the weekends. You're going to have people at your home drinking often. So if you are the wallflower type, this is not your man, okay? He's pretty healthy. Like, doesn't have too much diseases or sickness or anything that I can see. He's already done his medical report, because we do provide that service if you need. He has type 2 diabetes, so his diet is of importance, so that your diet should be of importance to you too if you want to be with this man. He wants a nice, genuine woman who will keep him on his toes. So, you know, you're cute, you're funky, you like to dance, you're not too much of a headache. You like horses. You're a country girl, but you also like some reggae. Then this is your man. And if you feel like I have just described your soulmate, then I need you to contact me at www.theloveconnection.ca. And there you can check out the Match of the Week page, where I list all the matches from every show in case you missed it and you're like, oh my goodness, I think she might have described my soulmate last week. Then you can read the website and check to make sure. Okay, so that was it for Leon. Thank you again. Shout out to you out there in King City. I hope you're having an awesome weekend, and I hope you're enjoying the show. So now it's time for the females, guys. Whoop, 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 whoop. Match of the Week, women. She is in her 40s and a wild one. And when I say wild, I mean wild. And she is a very, very, very sexy dresser. Outgoing and youthful, a firecracker. She lives a very fast life. She has adult boys and one teenage son. She is a Canadian with Jamaican background. Her first preference is a black man, but she's open. She's seeking tall, as she herself is very, very tall. She is a natural diva with locks, but she still is down with her weaves and wigs. She's got a lot of piercings, so if that is a turn off for you, then she is not your girl. If you are 40 plus and you think nothing of like being in a dance hall party with your woman who is also of same age, and your woman is in like a fishnet outfit, this is your girl, right? If you are down with that type of thing, like if you're the kind of man who would be standing on the sideline while your woman is on head top in the middle of a crowd, then this is your woman right now. She seeks a dominant but not bossy man. So you should have the strength of a dominant man. You should carry yourself as a man in power, but you should not be looking to boss anybody around, because she does not take kindly to that. If you are fun, and if you're full of excitement, and if you're outgoing, and if you're already a parent, then this is definitely your girl. If you're not working, you're not a working man, you have no business income, you're a starving artist, or whatever excuse you would have to be a grown man with no income, this is not your woman, okay? And she is Toronto based. She is based here in the city of Toronto. Shout out to the 416. And she is looking for somebody who is also based in Canada. But if you are overseas, she just told me yesterday, if the man is overseas and he's the right man, she's willing to give it a chance. So I would say anybody 40 plus who's fun, who's exciting, who wants a little spice in their life, this is definitely your lady. But you're not looking for like a teeny bopper or something like that, then this is your girl. Like, you want a woman in your age range, but a woman with youthfulness about her, and who is on and popping, you know, and she is into trendy stuff, this is the lady for you guys. So I hope you were listening with your ears peeled and you are so excited about the match of the week as I am. So if you find that these were your soulmate people, do not hesitate to contact me. So all those who know me in my personal life, and if you watch my show, you know that I strictly wear Masigo Boutique. That's Masigo Boutique. You can check them out on Instagram and on Twitter and also on Facebook. That's MASEGO Boutique. Masigo Boutique. M-A-S-O. Hold on for a second, guys. You know, my sound just gets more excited than I am about my own setup sometimes. So just give me a sec, because I'm not done about that whole section.
Okay, so like I said, I'm always wearing some Masiga Boutique, whether it be on the red carpet or while I'm filming or in my personal everyday life, because they're that versatile.
But today, I am not wearing Masigo Boutique. I know. I am wearing something new. And my guest, that's why I have a second chair. He designed and made this entire outfit that you see me wearing. So you stay tuned to this break, and the great David Zala will be here. And as usual, during my break, I will be playing one of my favorite songs, because I will be subjecting you guys to my musical taste. This one is a Spanish one to my Spanish masters. It's Nati Natasha, called Criminal. But when I reach 1,000 views, I will then be taking requests from you guys as to what songs and videos you want to see. But right now, check it out. Criminal by Nati Natasha. When we come back, my guest will be here to chat it up. DJ, run track. Hi, guys, and welcome back. Thanks for staying tuned with me. And I have my guest here on stage, the great David Zala of Zalahari Fashion Brand. This outfit you're wearing, my friend, is very hot. As a matter of fact, we need some sirens because this outfit is on fire. Like, it is, whoo! You made this yourself. And this is an emergency for how hot this outfit is blowing up my stage right now, right? It's great. And you designed and made this yourself, sir?
Yes, I did that.
Woo, woo, woo. Okay, could you tell us a little bit about yourself? Tell us who you are, what you do, what's going on with you.
All right. Thank you. My name is David. I prefer to be called Zala. Like most of my friends around call me Zala.
Okay.
I'm a fashion designer.
We can
I'm a
see
student
that.
as well. I'm a student of Seneca College. I'm studying fashion art. I'm obsessed with Afro print. Like you can see our dress as a bit of the Afro print. Like yeah, I'm a Nigerian. So,
Woohoo!
you know, Nigeria guys always looking good. So.
Yeah. Hey, shout out your home. All right. That is great. And so, you know, we are talking about supporting your partner in life.
Yeah.
Ladies, I want you to pay very close attention because this piece of chocolate candy that you see on my stage is single and looking. You hear that? And on top of that, he's a fashion designer. So for my girls who are taking notes right now because they want to be with you, what is it that your future wife would have to do to support you in your goals and dreams as a fashion designer?
First of all, she has to be someone that loves fashion.
Okay.
It's a priority because if she doesn't, then she wouldn't understand like how to get going with me, and then she has to be somebody that will be supportive. I know like everybody will have their own vision, their own career. I mean, I'm not against a woman having a career vision, but then you need to know like what the guy is up to, and you should be able to like run the vision.
Right.
With
Good.
the vision with me, and then obviously my woman has to be looking good. Like,
Yeah, right.
I want to have beautiful kids.
Okay.
So-
That is a goal, people.
Yeah, and,
That's very good.
and she should be creative as well, and handy in the sense that she should be someone that creates something. Like,
Okay.
why I'm saying that because the world is fast growing, and we're like so many people are losing their job to computers and so many things. And I mean, I wouldn't want my woman to be a liability to me in the nearest future. I'm not saying she's going to lose a job or something, but then
Right.
when you have something doing creative with you, and nobody's going to fire you unless you want to fire yourself.
Well, that's true.
And she's supposed to be like an helpmate to me, so that guarantees she's going to be helping as well. So I mean, she has to be somebody that creates something.
Oh, that is wonderful. That's great. So
you.
I love your stuff. I love what you're wearing. Like my man needs this for sure. Right?
you.
Can you let us know how can we get your stuff? How can we get your things for purchase? What do you have going on at the moment? Where can we view your articles of clothing for sale?
Okay, thank you. Presently, I'm on Instagram. Like I do most of my business on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
You can catch me on Instagram at Zalahari. Immediately you type Zala, you just see it there. It's already
He's that
there.
big, guys, for
Yeah,
real.
it's the- and but then I have lots of clients from the US and so many places. So we're actually upgrading and we're expanding. So by first to second week of next month, April, we'll be launching our website.
Woo!
And also our summer collection will be up alongside with the website.
Wow.
So you can get something like what I'm wearing, and something like what she's wearing will be part of the collection you'll be seeing on the website. It's going to be www.zalahari.com.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, and you can also catch me on Snapchat if you want to know a little bit about me. It's not going to be my personal life though, but then you could just catch up with some of the things I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, on Snapchat at David Zala or at Zalahari. Thank you.
Oh, that is wonderful. So you are doing big things. You are way on the rise. Where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years from now?
I really want to create like a brand that is well recognized worldwide.
Okay.
I'm not limiting myself to just Afro-Caribbean outfit alone. Like, I want to be doing like showpiece outfit.
Okay.
I'm going to be doing more like a corporate outfit.
Okay.
Contemporary outfit, and in the next 5 to 10 years I want to be along the likes of Balenciaga.
Oh yes.
And yeah,
For sure.
Alexander
You have the
McQueen.
talent.
Yeah, I mean, that is the goal and that is the vision, and we're working towards it.
Well, then I hope your future lady, and I hope you're out there listening, so that way you could credit me for finding your man, because you saw him on the Love Connection show. So I hope you're out there watching. So you hear that. You hear where he's going to be in 5 to 10 years from now, right? And what do you think? What is the best part of being a fashion designer for you?
The best part of being a fashion designer for me is to know that I can make someone look good. Because
you made me look very fine today. Very, very good. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, it's a joy because sometimes when people give me a shout out on social media, or someone call me and like, thanks for hooking this up, I mean, it's not about what you pay, but the extra joy to know someone appreciate what you do. And I mean, the best part of being a fashion designer is that it allows you to think outside of the box, out of the regular guys, because fashion right now, it's one of the uprising business right now, like, and if you're not updating and what to do, you can lose track of it. So what fashion gives me right now, it also adds to my personal life, because it helps me to think ahead of time, to forecast what could be in trend from years from now, or what could people be looking out for,
Okay.
And then fashion also gives me opportunity to meet people. Like, I'm a people's person, so I like to meet people, to talk to people, like, make new friends. And fashion is actually put me in that platform where I get to meet people from different aspects of life.
That's so nice.
Different, from different continents, So
that you're a people person. You're listening, girls. A people person. Look at that smile. Like, I mean, come on, right? So what? Smile alone. Great he looks in his outfit. So what inspired you? There are not that many male fashion designers, I would say, right? And also there aren't many colored male fashion designers either. So what inspired you, Mr. Zala? Like, how did you come about learning to do this? How did you know you can sew? What interests you here? How did you do this?
Yeah, it's pretty much a long story, but I'll try to break it down.
Oh, we have the time.
Okay. Mine is, I get to find out later it was hereditary, but before then, like, I was challenged. I was raised by a single mother.
Okay.
So
shout out to the single moms out there. We love you.
Shout out to my mom. Shout out to my mom.
Awesome.
I was raised by a single mother, so you know what it is. It's so difficult growing up, especially in that part of the world and West Africa.
Oh wow.
You need to go out to make something for yourself. And I think I have a friend like back home that does this, and because I like to look good, so sometime I save my food money just to buy clothes from him, and everybody do give me credit. Anytime I go, oh, make this, I keep referring them to that guy. And, and I realized I was making more money for that guy, and I was going broke, and I was still starving myself to buy clothes.
Right.
So
for the love of fashion.
Yeah. So I mean, it came to a point in time, I thought, okay, I mean, I just have to humble myself if I love to do this. The guy is more like my friend, so I have to humble myself. I told him, I mean, I love what you're doing.
Yeah.
If you can just put me through and let me know what you're doing. He was like, okay, I mean, it feels so honored for me to
actually nice.
Put myself and come and learn. So it taught me, basically taught me like the business aspect of the fashion. So I started picking up interest. So instead of me referring like people to him, once people ask me what you're wearing, I say, oh, I make that up.
Yeah.
Like, oh, wow, good. So, but then I was more like, a fashion marketer. I wasn't really creating. I wasn't really designing or sewing. So, but I realized like I have like guys that sews for me, but then they are making more money than I do.
Oh,
And so
okay.
it's more or less like I'm working for them. So that also like kind of inspire me to learn how to make these things myself.
Right, do your own
You know,
sewing.
yeah, because they keep disappointing me. I keep disappointing my client, and the things
Right.
keep going round. So I took a step of faith. I bought my machine, the first machine, even when I never knew how to sew.
Oh, wow.
So I bought it, and yeah.
That's a
I bought
definite
it back
leap of
then in
faith.
Nigeria. It was, I think, 15,000. It's a big money in Nigeria.
Yeah, I know.
Compared to what it is, yeah. So I bought it, like I put it in my room, and sometimes when I have things in my head, I just keep scrambling. And at the end of the day, I met with one of the guy that was sewing for me and asked him to put me through. So, and the one thing I realized in life is that you just need to keep asking, because if you don't, you will never know. You know, and you need to humble yourself, because I see so many people need something because of the pride of, oh, you don't want people to know you don't know. Then you
Right.
shut your mouth and you're not moving forward. You just where you are, you're going backwards. So never stop asking. You don't know, ask. You don't know how to do this, let someone put you through. And today I can say, like, the guys, they taught me everything.
Yeah.
You know, they're looking up to me now, and today it's not a pride, but then
Yeah.
just because I was able to humble myself and ask question, and I asked the right people to lead me.
Oh,
So,
that's so
yeah, so-
wonderful. Thank you so much for
yeah,
that.
so-
Sharing that with us, right?
Yeah. So today I can pretty much sleep and just wake up in the middle of the night and just do something, you know.
Wow.
And I started by making meal pieces. And
Okay.
I so much love the male outfit, but then I think presently I'm falling in love more with the female outfit, because the females are more challenging. The
Right.
men, you can get go with man anything, you know.
Yeah,
Even
it's
when it's
true.
not fit, you just say, oh, don't worry, guy's fit. And
Yeah.
for the woman, she's gonna be looking at the front of the mirror 24/7.
Oh,
and
yeah, for a long
she's gonna say,
time.
make it fit. You make it fit. She say, oh, why don't you lose it a bit? You know.
Yeah.
So I mean, I love the female aspect of that, because
Okay.
it keeps me on my toes. It makes me focus more, so I don't get a loose focus, because I know I don't want to go back or treat in this outfit. So I would say what really inspired me about going into fashion is the zeal to success, the zeal
Okay.
to succeed. I
That's
just want to
so
be
good.
somebody. I want to
So
be
good,
I want to
yeah.
be somebody that kind of make an impact in people's life. It's not until you give someone's money, but I mean, you right now, you're looking so happy because you're wearing a good outfit. That's an impact, you know.
Yes,
So
exactly. I'm going to be taking 100 pictures
whichever
for my
way-
social media in this.
Yeah,
so.
whichever way. You mean, there's so many ways you can impact people's life. You can do something for someone, you know. And I'm so glad. So growing up to this stage, and I think my mom one day just looked at me and she said, you know what, she was never amazed that I'm doing this, because her dad used to do.
Oh,
My dad used to be
okay.
a tailor, and she used to sew. My
Okay.
elder sister sews.
It's in your blood.
So I mean, I find it so easy, because it's more like something in my blood. I'm just trying to bring to life. So I mean, so sometimes I know so many people talks about the way they get inspired, but
Right.
I mean, I have this thing in me, but I never knew until I was challenged
Right, to bring
by
it
life.
out
And
by
I-
life.
you know, and I go out to be somebody, and I found something within me, and I ask people, I learn, I grow, and today I'm okay.
And here you are today.
And I
Yeah.
thank God for
That's
for
awesome.
putting me on the track.
Yeah, there's something I always say that I always hear that necessity breeds invention. So I guess that's how you came along to be.
Yeah.
So before you head out here, I want you to just let us know, why should we support you? Like, why should we buy your clothing beyond the fact that they look great? Tell us what it is about you that it's different than any other fashion designer out there.
Okay, first, I'm so much obsessed with Afro print. I mean, never wearing
Woo!
an Afro print in my outfit today, just because.
Can I just say I love how you just flow with my set? And if you love my set as much as I love my set, then check PRF events. But yeah, I love that so much. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm not putting an Afro print because I believe my kind of fashion, I want to expand. I want to reach out to other cultures. I don't want to be just for the Africans alone. Though, like, I'm growing up, I said my piece tells more of the beautiful African story. That is what I try to tell in most of my outfit.
Okay.
But right now, we just need to expand. We need to tell the world who we are. We don't just have to stick to one thing, just like the Black Panther movie,
Right.
like Africans are beginning to take over. We're beginning to revise the African story
and tell our own story, right?
Yeah,
our own narrative.
And our stories are really great and
Yeah.
inspiring, and I wish everybody out there can see it, And
Yeah.
you just, if you're a lover of African stories and you support the African movement, and you really want to look good,
right.
with good fabric, quality
Good
sewing,
Yeah.
finishing, and you want to look good, smart, beautiful. So
Then
you have
check
no choice
Mr.
but to
Zala,
support
guys.
me.
You hear that? You have no choice because he is on the rise and he's hot and sharp and he's single. So right before you leave our stage, you've told us how a woman can support you in your industry. Quickly tell my female viewers what kind of woman you're looking for. On the spot.
Okay. To be honest, I know this is more like a social a show, but I'm an honest person,
And we only support
and
honesty
the only
around
thing I'm
here.
gonna say is my woman has to be a woman of faith.
Woo.
She has to believe.
3 cheers for
Amen.
God. Yeah.
To be honest, I'm not gonna come here and say because it's a social show, I want to say what everybody want to hear. No, I'm saying what I believe.
Thank you.
She has to be a believer.
All
and
right.
She needs to have faith. And that way, every other thing can fall. Every other thing can be secondary. You can work every other thing. Every other thing can be managed. They can be worked on. They can be amended, people have characters. People have like futures. We can work on them. If you don't have like the boats, for example, you can it's the gym and get something, something like that.
It's true.
So, but then if you don't have the faith, then going anywhere, you can move along with my vision. It's gonna be too big for you.
Yeah.
So,
There we have it, guys.
You
Wow.
just have to be in that picture. Once you're in the picture, then we're good to go.
Thank you so much for that. Thank you for
You're welcome.
gracing my stage. Thank you for being on the Love Connection show.
You're
I look
welcome.
forward to buying so many of your pieces.
Sure,
and you guys
you
will see me modeling them on the red carpet here on stage and in my everyday life. So if you're interested in his clothes as much as I am, then check him out on his social media pages. That's at Zalahari. That is ZALAHARI. Thank you so much, guys, and stay tuned for this little break, and I will be right back. Thanks so much. That was so awesome.
Are you a business owner that needs more sales? Have no visibility and need more exposure? Let GBKMFM advertise for you. We have public service announcements for only $99, 30-second commercials for only $2.49, 60-second commercials for only $3.99, and our special, the Hit List, for only $24.50 weekly. It's so simple. Let GBKMFM advertise for you. Contact us for more details.
Wasn't that just awesome, guys? Mr. Zala on the set. Woo! That was great. So make sure you guys check him out, okay? Because as a people, we can't grow and do better if we don't support each other, okay? So let's get back on track right now. It's time for the Dear Taj moment. And I want you to remember, if you want me to answer a question of yours, it can be anonymous. You can use your name. Doesn't matter. Definitely check me out at www.theloveconnection.ca. And you can send in a Dear Taj note, and I answer every single one personally. So let's get right into this first one. It is, Dear Taj, I did something very wrong a long time ago. My man doesn't know. His 2 friends know. They haven't told him. I know they haven't told him because of the same reason that I did not. They don't want to hurt him, and they know that he could not handle this type of information. I am not that type of person anymore. This is far in my past, and I am very upset that his friends know. They sometimes give me looks, and they make me uncomfortable whenever they are around. Sometimes I feel like they're talking about me or even trying to make threats to tell my boyfriend about what I did. Please, Taj, what do I do? Signed, Haunted by My Past. Okay, well, dear Haunted by Your Past, first of all, you need to tell him. And the reason why you need to tell him is because other people know. And the other people that know are in close proximity with him. They're his best friends. So you and these best friends are really doing a great disservice to this man, where all three of you know this great secret and he does not. So if it should pop up or come up without coming out of your mouth, it would seem like the three of you were in cohorts to keep this from him. See, if nobody knew about this thing that happened so long ago that's in your past, you can resolve to take that to your grave. But now you cannot, because it is not a secret. It is public information. So therefore, your man has a right for that to be his public information as well. So you should choose a day. Don't make it too far in the future, because when we put things too far in advance, we don't really deal with them then. So make a date, make his favorite food, tell him you have something very serious to tell him, and sit him down and tell him the truth, the whole truth. And I don't know if you should tell him that his friends know right away. Give him the opportunity to then share that with his friends. But you, after you've told him, you should let the friends know, well, I told my man. I was honest with him and we got it right off of the way. Okay? So I hope that helped. Call the man, let him know. Tell him the truth, because the truth is already out there. It is not a secret anymore. And I'm very sorry that you've had to live with that. But that's why we have to be so careful about the things we do. We have to understand that all our actions are building our character and are building the person that we are and the person that we can say that we are. So sometimes something might be fun or it might be exciting for now, but in the long run, you're really going to regret it. So you need to think, what will future me? Like when I want to do something, I think, what will future Taj think about this? Will she be proud that I did this, or will she be ashamed? And if the answer is ashamed, then I try my best to avoid that. So, dear Haunted by Your Past, I hope that this helps. And if it does not help, just write me back and we'll have a one-on-one discussion, okay? For my viewers, if you want to ask me a question, or if you have a chat, or you want to just talk, or you just want to shout me out, you can definitely do that by calling in, because you know this is a show where I take live callers. So you're trying to get famous, you're trying to get your voice out there, call me at 647-907-3536. Again, 647-907-3536. So I've got something new and special for you guys. Ever since I was a young kid, I have been obsessed with reading misconnections. Because like I told you guys, I am born to do this. Like I am ordained to match people together to help interact with human beings on a social level. This is just what I was put on this world to do. I like to tell people the great I am that I am sent me, and he sent me to do this. So as I was reading some misconnections over past weekend, I thought to myself, I wonder if I put out a misconnection request, will any of my fans send me one? And y'all did. And so therefore, I am going to be reading misconnections every Friday for you, my fans and viewers. So what does that mean? Maybe you were busy, you were going to the store and you were rushing, or you were getting gas and you were rushing, and when you were pumping the gas, you saw a goddess beyond goddess, and she was there and she was getting in her car and she gave you a wink and a smile and you smiled back, and that was it. You never saw her again, but ever since, all you do is think about her. You've had many girlfriends, but all you do is think about the girl in the red car. Then you write me about the girl in the red car, and I will read your misconnection on air, and hopefully she's listening and she connects with you. So I'm gonna need like a sound effect or something when I do these misconnections. What should I play? Oh, I know, the Lionel Richie. Hello, you know that one? DJ, you have that? Just a clip for me for my misconnection section. that great, guys? So for our first misconnection, it comes out of Toronto, Canada. Shout out to the 416. So, misconnection, you were riding eastbound on the subway. It was a Thursday. They don't say what Thursday, guys. Sorry, but it was a Thursday. You were wearing a red jacket and blue pants. You had your hair in single box braids. Shout out to this guy for knowing the name of that and actually saying single box braids. We love you for that. Me, I'm tall and blonde and I was wearing black. You smiled and I smiled back. I was holding a guitar. Then you got up and you got off at Old Mill Station. So if that was you and you remember smiling at a tall blonde guy in black on the train on a Thursday and you were wearing a red jacket and blue pants and also box braids, that blondie is looking for you. He can't sleep. He can't eat. He can't do nothing. All he does is think about his chocolate box braid. Well, I'm assuming you're chocolate with box braids, but all he does is think about his box braids baby. So if that was you, please connect with me and I will connect you with him. So thank you guys so much. And I'm still waiting for some callers before I close out the show. So if you want to chat to me, holla at your girl Taj at 647-907-3536. Again, 647-907-3536. And while I am waiting, when my show is done, because I'm almost ready to wrap up, I know I could hear your tears already. I know your depression's going to start kicking in. But however, don't let it take you over because Taj will be back here on your screen for you on Friday. I've got a caller. Hello.
Hi there.
Well, hi. How are you?
I'm good.
Oh, you don't sound too good. What's on?
So I'm just having some issues with my partner.
Okay, what happened? Tell me.
Well, it's not really issues, but like I've been with him a while. We have 2 kids, and I'm ready to be married.
Yeah.
Like we've been together for 4 years. We've been together. Yeah, I just don't know when's the perfect time do you think when's the perfect time do you think we should be getting married? Like I feel like
now, right now, yesterday, this morning, last night, right now is the perfect time because you guys have been together for 4 years, right?
Yeah.
And you have 2 children?
Yes.
What more permanency than that do you need? You need to switch these rings. You guys need to get the official paper document because here's the thing. Our family units need to be stronger in order for us to raise children in strong homes. And when our family units are strong, low down what you have in the background. You're making a little static.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. You know, it's your first time calling, so that's cool.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for shouting me out. But what I'm trying to say is you definitely need to get married. You need to tell him that we need to show a united married front for our children so they can grow up in a home where the parents are working together on a team and a real team, a team with paperwork to back us up. And therefore, they will then be better members of society because they are from a background where their home is a strong morale. Do you understand?
No, I agree.
Like, who is not interested in getting married here, you or him?
He said we will in due time, you know.
In due time? He breached you twice.
Like, it's been 4 years.
No, 4 years is a long time, girlfriend. You need to give him like an ultimatum because you're at an ultimatum place. You tell him that you're feeling like he is not interested in marriage. Like you're good enough to have his children, but you're not good enough to wear his ring. What's going on? And you need to tell him that in plain English and see what he says. And don't allow this man to string you along because what is the reason why he won't make you your wife? You live together. Everything that happens with a husband, see, everything that's happening in a marriage is happening with you, but you don't have the marriage that you want. So just be straight up with him and see what he says.
Okay.
And then listen, if he says that we don't have the money for it or anything like that, you tell him that we can do a small wedding under budget for now. And then when we reach like our 5-year mark or something, then we can do something big. If you don't know how to do a small wedding, then check out PRF events on Instagram, Twitter, on their Facebook, and they're very good at that. They can help you out.
All right.
Thank you so much for calling. I really, really appreciate that. You have a great rest of your day, and I hope I helped. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Thank you guys so much. I really am appreciating. I just want to take a second to tell you guys that I'm appreciating all the love and feedback that I am getting from my fans. I want you to know that I recognize each and every one of you, and I think that you guys are awesome. So we are closing, and before I close, I'm going to leave you with Taj's thought of the day. My thought of the day is this: when we do wrong, we expect forgiveness. So when others hurt us, we should be as willing to forgive them in return. What we expect from others, we should be willing to give. So forgive simply because you expect to be forgiven. And somebody has forgiven you before in this life. Let's never forget that. And it was given to you freely. So freely give it away. So to close, I am going to be playing one of my favorite tracks. Listen up for Duro Bucci by the Mavins. Lego DJ.